We're gonna keep the party going. We only have a few more speakers left. And is this Eileen? Oh, I love it. Yes. I was gonna say, Eileen, come on down. You're the next contestant. But Eileen is here. Let me give you a quick background on Eileen. And I'm impressed. We're only like 3 minutes behind. That's pretty cool. Livermore, we're doing great. We are here and we're doing great. Eileen's been working for she's had a 38-year career as a seismologist. Did I get that right? Seismologist. I'm from the East Coast. What do I know? I don't have my glasses on. I have sunglasses on. I can barely see. Anyway, what I love about Eileen, she worked in national security. Come on, make some noise for Eileen!
Thank you. So, 8 years ago, I flew to Washington, D.C. for a meeting, but I flew on my own dime to march with a million women marching on the nation's capital. 2 months later, I helped to organize the March for Science right here in Livermore. But little did I even imagine it could get this bad. The National Cancer Institute had 80% of its staff laid off. Between 1991 and 2021, they were able to reduce the death from cancer by 33%. Today, the number of clinical trials and drugs under development have been canceled. Over $200 million of medical investment here in the Bay Area at UCSF, at Stanford, have been zeroed out. The funding for Alzheimer's, 2 very promising clinical trials, canceled. As we baby boomers reach the age where we're worrying about these diseases, we ought to be afraid, and we ought to be afraid not only for ourselves, but for our children and our grandchildren. Because restarting the research is going to take starting from zero, starting from scratch. We all lived through COVID. We have the ongoing avian flu outbreak. They have nearly zeroed out the surveillance at CDC. What about the next outbreak? What about the next threat to our health and our food security? Where is that going to come from? Over 100 billion, that's 11 zeros, $100 billion of research was funded for new drug discovery between 2010 and 2016. 90% of this was basic research, which is necessary as the underpinning for development. And yet, that too is under threat. It is likely that labs are going to shut down, and my biggest fear, the next generation of scientists will not have the support they need to get their degrees. Now, I've talked about biology, but I'm an earth scientist, and this is not just about the biological sciences. More than 50% of the funding from the National Science Foundation compared to 1 year ago has been cut. This is money that goes for clean water, clean air, to education, and it's been zeroed out. We should be worried about whether we're going to have the clean air to breathe and the clean water to drink. I grew up in Los Angeles, and today you can see the hills in Los Angeles. I can tell you 60 years ago, it was brown and it was gray. Now I'm going to close on one statistic for you. And they came from Nature. Nature is a scientific journal out of the UK. They surveyed 1,600 graduate students and postdocs and asked them, were any of them considering leaving the US? And 75% said they were looking at opportunities outside this country. That ought to give you chills, because where are the scientists going to come from that are going to worry about the breakthrough discoveries, the investment in our economy that has been underpinned by science since the end of World War II? Hands off science.
I love it. Hands off science. 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 Hands off. Beautiful. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you so much. By the way, there are photos being taken, and if you're interested in getting a photo, you can scan this. I'll have it up here so you can scan away.